Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be going over the construct of runes. Let us begin. When it comes towards runes in Void, they are used in order to harness an ability of essence. Where you may have an affinity to a preferred essence and you are practicing with that essence, it is very common that people will use runes in order to channel the essence coming from them out into the world as a directional current. Think of it as a diode in electrical, where the energy needs to go somewhere and they are a directing force in order to make it happen easier. Especially with young practitioners of essence, most essence users will use runes in order to harness their essence ability, most common of which they are either engraved on weapons, and also they are placed on gloves or braces in order to easily use those runes on the character as a whole. For Andril has his set in his swords. These are of earthen essence and they are just engraved within his blades. That means that he can use his earthen essence and direct it through the rune in order to create constructs like a wall or create a shield of earth or anything to do with the ability or that he is using it with. When we went over essence, there are a few old runes. Now, runes are an old construct in order to harness essence or direct essence as a whole. Essence is unstable in nature as it is used to create the entire world. However, when they are all in composite and all working in tandem together, you have the world of Eldora as a whole. However, when we're actually using it as a character or a creature in the world or the open world, and you're trying to harness the magic and magic system as a whole of essence, then you are required to actually use a rune if you are not adept with that. The oldest runes in existence are the basic ones, and as such, we're going to go over some. The first rune I would like to go over is the one of Death Essence. These have all been used for millennia in order to harness each and every celestial and primal essence. With Death Essence, this is the Death Essence rune, along with the Earthen Essence rune and the Fire Essence rune. We also have the Life Essence rune, the Space Essence rune to go along with that, the Time rune, and also the Water rune as a whole. The last one in which is the Air rune as well. All of these runes are used to basically direct and construct and harness your essence, as it is unstable when you are using it and creating it as a whole. This means that if you are a practitioner of a certain essence and you try and use it without a rune, you may not get your desired effect that you are wanting for or willing to happen. You could have all the will in the world, but if you are not bound or binded to that essence, or even just trying to create a simple fire with fire essence, it could immediately backfire, as the energy coming out of you is of the essence you are trying to produce. You have no way of harnessing this ability and thus directing it into the construct in which you are willing to happen. This is why you use runes in order to negate this and direct it out, creating your desired effect much easier. Take, for instance, anyone with a rune in battle. Say that the rune is damaged and then they try and use it. The same effect of an unstable energy meeting that of essence, it will then has the ability to and the chance to backfire immediately. This is why runes are generally engraved and also either made from and set from very durable metals and gems, so they aren't damaged as easily within combat, as if a rune is damaged, you have the chance of it backfiring on you when you're actually trying to use it either in combat or in the open world. Now, runes can just be drawn, however they need to be precise. Once these runes are actually drawn, you can use them. You could easily draw the earthen rune, however if it's slightly off the rune, then it still has the chance to backfire. This is why it's used with smiths, as there is always a practitioner of rune carving, always in every major city or town or village, as these guys have studied how to create runes from scratch. And if they are slightly off, this can cause backfires and anything above that. This takes years of practice to create runes. However, runes can be created naturally, as you may have the bog standard runes which everyone uses. If you are binding yourself with a rune, with an essence, you have the effect of, while you are binding, to create your own personal rune with your own willpower and of that essence. So you could have your own rune for yourself by willing a rune to actually be created for you specifically. This harnesses your own will into the rune to create your own personal rune in which you use. This is not drawn or constructed or written or anything to that effect. They can literally just become of your own will. However, creating your own rune is a higher practice of essence binding, and it takes considerable effort in order to create. Alongside that, after going over the essence system, I really wanted to go over runes, because runes are they're quite needed when you're trying to explain the magic system, hence why this video is coming after the initial magic system of essence. Runes as a whole are a directional force and are used to harness your natural affinity of essence as a whole. Other than that, guys, if you want to check out any other different types of things when it comes towards Void, you can read the manga on the website. You can read up on Essence, which is on the website as well. You can speak to me about it on the Discord, and you can also play the game of Void on Steam. Other than that, guys, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.